Sometimes one intense travel experience can unlock what years of therapy prepared you for. I want to tell you about my college friend named Alex. He spent 3 years going to therapy every Tuesday, 50 minutes. He talked about his father, his childhood, his anxiety, his fear of not being enough. His therapist was good. Alex was honest. He did the work. And after 3 years, he said, I understood everything about myself, but nothing changed. Then he went to Speedy Valley alone for 11 days, and he came back a different person. Not because the mountains are magic, not because of Instagram sunsets, but because of something that happened inside him. Something that no amount of talking in a room could trigger. Today, I want to talk about why that happens and what it means for you. There's a quote from psychologist Dr. Gabor Mate, and the idea goes like this. A single powerful experience can rewire what years of analysis cannot reach. Now, why is that? Because therapy, as incredible as it is, works mostly in the prefrontal cortex. That's the thinking brain, the part that explains, processes, narrates. You understand why you have trust issues. You understand where your anxiety comes from. But understanding doesn't always mean transformation. Real change often happens in the body, in the nervous system, in the limbic brain, the emotional survival brain, the part that doesn't understand words. It understands experience. And travel? Travel forces experience. He'd always been what you'd call a controlled person, planned everything, couldn't let go, always needed to know what came next. In relationships, controlling. In friendships, exhausting. Even he knew it. Therapy told him, you're scared of uncertainty because your father was unpredictable. He nodded, made sense, did nothing. Then in Speedy, day 4, his bus broke down in the middle of nowhere. No signal, no hotel, just 7 strangers and a broken engine at 13,000 feet. He had 2 choices, panic or surrender. For the first time in his adult life, he surrendered. And in that surrender, sitting by the roadside, sharing someone's packed lunch, watching the sun go down over the Himalayas, something cracked open in him. He told me later, for the first time, I felt safe without knowing what was next. Here's what's actually happening psychologically. And this is fascinating. We all live in behavioral loops. You wake up, you check your phone, you feel anxious, you scroll, you distract. Same loop every day. Psychologists call this automaticity. Your brain runs on autopilot. It's efficient, but it's also a prison. Travel, specifically solo travel, or travel to unfamiliar places, breaks the loop. New language, new food, new social rules, new time zones. Your brain can't go on autopilot. It's forced to be present. And presence is where growth lives. Think about it. When was the last time you were fully present in your own city? Right now, you're probably thinking about that email you haven't sent. But in a foreign country, when you're trying to ask for directions with zero knowledge of the language, holding a map upside down, you are only there. That's all there is. That's the healing. Now, before anyone says, but isn't this just running away? Let me be clear. There's a difference between escapism and experience-based healing. Escapism is, I'm going to go at a drink and not think about it. You come back exactly the same, maybe worse. Experience-based healing is, I'm going somewhere unfamiliar, alone with intention, to put myself in new situations that force me to grow. One is numbing. One is disruption. Travel heals when it challenges you, when the Wi-Fi doesn't work, when you get lost, when you have to ask for help from a stranger, when you're sitting in a temple or a mosque or a cathedral and you feel something. Even if you can't name it, that's the travel that changes you. Therapy gives you the map. Travel makes you walk the terrain. And here's the thing, they're not opposites. The most powerful combination? Both. Therapy helps you understand the pattern. Travel breaks the pattern. Then therapy helps you integrate what happened during the travel. But the experience, the raw, unscripted, unfiltered human experience of being somewhere new, that's irreplaceable. Because growth isn't cognitive. Growth is felt. And you cannot think your way into a new life. You have to live your way in. I want to leave you with this. You don't need to go to the Himalayas or Lisbon to have this experience. Sometimes it's a weekend alone in a town you've never been to. Sometimes it's a bus ride with no earphones. Sometimes it's eating at a restaurant by yourself for the first time. The point is, put yourself somewhere unfamiliar, on purpose, alone, and watch who you become when no one knows you. Because the version of you that exists in your same city, your same routine, your same relationships, that version is comfortable, but it's not growing. The version of you that books a ticket to somewhere new, scared and excited at the same time, that version is alive. Arjun still goes to therapy. but he also travels once a year, alone. He says the two together did what neither could do separately. That's the answer. If this hits something in you, drop a comment. Tell me, where did travel change you? I want to read every single one. And if you haven't traveled alone yet, maybe this is the sign. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the next one.